Hello guys, good afternoon, Toby here. It's 1:30 on, excuse the echo, it's 1:30 on Friday the 25th of January 2013. Okay, I weighed myself this morning and my average weight for the last 7 days was 185.93 pounds. That means I put on a quarter of a pound since yesterday. Coming at you today from underneath a railway viaduct in a little village called Cockwood. Yes, that is a real place. Basically, it's about 3/4 of a mile away from where I live, just down the estuary. If I quickly pan around, you can probably see over there in the distance, you can see the harbour where the boats are stored. And then if I point in that direction, you might be able to see it, is the Anchor Inn in Cockwood. Anchor Inn does lovely food. It's quite pricey though, although the Sunday roast carvery is fantastic. Give it a try, guys. Yeah, I thought I'd try and find somewhere a bit different today to do the video, but I found that if I take my usual route, which is up underneath the bridge there, across those rocks, it's quite a scenic view, but it's very cold and very windy. It's quite exposed, and I was worried that you wouldn't actually be able to hear my voice. The temperature today is 2 degrees Celsius, although to be honest you wouldn't know it because out there it feels about -6. There's quite a stiff easterly breeze blowing, so that's all good. Right, so let's get started on this one. My actual weight this morning, I'd gone up by 2 pounds since yesterday. As a combination of 3 factors, I believe. Firstly, it was carb up day yesterday in preparation for the day's back and biceps workout. Secondly, I probably gained some body fat because, let's face it, no matter how much extra walking I'm going to be doing, I'm not going to burn as many calories as being on my feet all day for 9 hours. So a little bit of body fat added yesterday, I think. And also there's probably quite a lot of water retention. The first meal I had yesterday kicked off with a slice of Rocky Road cake. If you're not sure what that is, basically what it is, it's just like a kind of like a rock cake, except it has like chocolate chips, raisins and marshmallows. It's fucking lovely. Homemade in a little cafe in Teignmouth, which is in South Devon, called the Oyster Catcher. Highly recommended. Nice place to get some food. Then I had an all-day breakfast with extra egg and extra bacon. Washed that down with a protein shake, so that it wasn't all bad. So I wasn't really expecting to have a nice low weigh in this morning anyway. So that's all right. It's a bit of a bugger that the extra 2 pounds from yesterday will actually affect my weights for the next week, because obviously the average will be pushed up a little bit. But I'm back to work next week, so I should be burning lots more calories anyway. Back into the routine of being able to eat proper bodybuilding meals 3 times a day as well, which is also good. Right, today's workout. This morning I met Alex England, Sugar Water Destroyer, at 25 to 9 at St Thomas Station. We got our coffees and went up to the gym. He did a legs and shoulders workout, I believe. You'll probably hear about that in his next video. I did back and biceps. Kicked off with some pull-ups, 5x5. What I've started doing is I've actually started reducing the rest periods, and I'm going to try and bring them down to like no rest between my 5x5s, and just to build some muscular endurance, because I really want to get my pull-ups, what's the word? I really want to get my pull-up. I want to improve my fucking pull-ups, alright? Getting a bit tongue-tied here. So I managed to do 1 minute 20 rest periods, but on the last set it was a bit of a struggle. I only managed 4 pull-ups in the last set. While I was doing those, I supersetted some rack pulls, and I've worked up to 130 kilos, and I did 3 sets of 4, which I'm happy with. Then I went over to some lateral raises, 3 sets of 10 with 7.5 kilo dumbbells, and finished off with some bicep curls. Put the weight out this time, easy bar. It was 32.5 kilograms, 3 sets of 10, so that was all good. Let me have a look. Yeah, making some good gains. 1 second. Yeah, making some good gains. I'm quite happy with that, so I'm not overly depressed if my weight isn't dropping. After that, we went on a cardio walk. We did 4 miles, and we're getting quite good at it now. We did 4 miles in 56 minutes. Okay, so it was quite a productive morning. And what I'm going to be doing is next week when I go back to work, I'm actually going to commit to actually doing at least 1 cardio walk a week on a Wednesday when we do our back and biceps workout. I'm pretty sure that Alex and I are going to be heading off for a 5 miler, and I think we can probably get that done comfortably in 1 hour and 10. So I mean, there's a couple of reasons for that. Firstly, obviously 500 calories burned every single week extra isn't going to hurt, and it gives a little bit of cardiovascular activity as well. But I think that the benefits of walking go far beyond the calories that you're burning. First of all, you're actually going to put yourself in a position where if you ever have to walk somewhere long distance, it's never really a struggle. And plus also, it really, I think if you take a good brisk walk out in the fresh air, it really lifts the mood, and it sort of like lifts the soul a little bit as well. This time of year it can be quite dark and dismal and quite dreary, so you really have to make an effort to get out into the fresh air, I think. Well, I do anyway. Let's see what's on next here. This morning in the shower, when I got back from the cardio walk, went home. I had a shower about 11:30 this morning. Had a little bit of a self-grope, not like down there, just my body and stuff. That's the best time to feel yourself over and just feel if you feel leaner. I can feel some good separation in the heads of the deltoids there. The back of my neck feels nice and tight around the hip bone. So I'm feeling pretty lean today. And plus also last night, my wife came up to hug me. We were in the kitchen. She hugged me, and I will say that her hands were nowhere near the D, but she did actually tell me that I felt, and I quote, quite hard. So that's all good. So even if my weight isn't dropping, I'm confident that I am actually getting slightly leaner, although not quite so lean as I would be if I was at work and had a better routine for for exercise and nutrition, which I will have next week again. So yeah, that's all good. Next bit here. Low carb. Yeah, for the next couple of days I'm going to hit the low carb and try and keep it tight. Today is pretty much going to be a perfect day of nutrition. However, this evening I shall be substituting my sweet potato for sweet potato mash, and my tuna I'll be having sausages instead. But what I'll do is I'll drop the olive oil. The macros will be about the same, but the quality of the food will be maybe quality food today, maybe 95% of what I would usually have on a perfect day. And then tomorrow we're going on a day trip, so my first meal tomorrow will be a cheat meal as well, but I'll try and keep it as clean as possible on Sunday. But it's all good. Because Sunday will be a carb up day anyway for leg day on Monday morning, Bulgarian split squats. Next one, networking cards. Yesterday I went onto the internet and I looked up business cards just to get the message out there, and I went onto Vistaprint, and they actually do something called networking cards. Which basically just you can just hand out to people just to let them know what you're into and whatever, and just to basically network really and like gather an audience. I designed a networking card. I found that Vistaprint is a little bit fussy. The interface I don't really agree with, but there was another website where I managed to design exactly what I wanted. All it was my name, what I'm into, a little space so I can write a phone number to write down for the people that I actually want to for the people that I'm a bit more familiar with, that I'm actually handing the cards to. I can write a phone number on there, and then space for website, Facebook, email, and YouTube as well, which I'll get to in a second. So yeah, so I've got my ideas sorted for the business cards, but the best website that I found, it was delivery in like 10 days to 2 weeks. But on the way to the gym this morning, Alex actually told me that apparently there's a place in town where you can actually go and get business cards done up on the spot. So I shall be looking into that instead. I think that seems like a better idea. As far as websites are concerned, I've registered my website with gymdo.com. So my website is bigslipmelter.gymdo.com. I shall put that in the description there as well. So I've got that registered, and and I'll obviously put my email and my YouTube in the description as well. So that's all good. I've got nothing to upload to the website just yet. Basically, what I wanted to do is I wanted just to register it. That way, when I do my business cards, everything's on there, and I can just take my time or do it whenever I can. Basically, baby steps forward is the way forward, I think. Lastly, here we are. Also, I'll put the email in the description as well, and that's about it really. Cool. That didn't take too long, did it? So I'll finish up there. I will say, check out my boy Alex England, Sugar Wall Destroyer. The link to his YouTube is in the description below, and also don't forget the G-Love. Comment, subscribe, share with friends, and like my shit. Apologies for the slight inarticulation of this video. Low blood sugar today, feeling a little bit groggy and a bit shit, but powering through. And that's all good. I'm going to leave it there before I ramble on too much. I'm not really dressed for it anyway. Alright, cheers then guys. See you later.